Today, I have a longtime friend and sort of relative, well, not really relative, she's actually married to Ivan that works for the All Out Network. He's back there running the camera now. He's waving. And when I first met Sadye, I thought her name was Sadye. And I thought she was had some exotic French name, but it didn't turn out. It's just I was pronouncing it incorrectly. Sadye owns the RedLevé Dance Studio that you opened in 2021, and this is your 4th season. What were you thinking opening a dance studio in little bitty Hennessey, Oklahoma?
At first, it was kind of a joke. I've always danced, and when I first married Ivan, I'm from Oklahoma City, so I moved to Hennessey with him. And at first, we were taking our daughter back and forth for Kingfisher dances or Enid dances, and I was still dancing in OKC Ballet, so it was a long drive. And one day, he was just like, why don't you just open your own? And I was like, ha, 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 that'd be funny. And then it just clicked, and we started doing it, and it grew into what it is now.
And there's a beautiful new building they built south of town, and I mean, it's a dedicated dance studio. So what's something that people don't see behind the scenes hustle when you're preparing for a recital or competition?
A lot goes into it. My main thing is to have parents enjoy it, have them enjoy the full experience of watching their children and other children dance. So I always tend to hire high schooler kids to help me out. This year, there were so many dances from our competitive team that I had to involve our competitive dance moms. But just the preparing of it is a lot because it's in an auditorium. It's different than our dance studio. So I have to take them there. They have to know where to go, make sure they don't run into other things or fall, get hurt. So a lot of it goes into it. It's a little stressful, but it's doable.
And something that, when you first started, you just had like dance classes, but now you've got like this all-out competitive dance thing going on that's like you're traveling around the country doing these crazy events, and you're like winning. So why did you decide to do that? Were you in competitive dance, or did you do any of that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I went to a 6A school, so dance was an elective. I was an aide also, so we had a lot of dance growing up. And we did competitions, we did camps at OU, UCO. So I incorporated that into my lifestyle now. Want the girls to get as much of experience, go try out for OK City Crew or the Thunder Girls, or there's a camp going on at UCO right now. Anyone can come.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool.
And it was neat to see that group grow.
Yes.
'Cause I remember the first year they were okay, they were having fun, but now they're on it. With the last recital you had here in Hennessey that was amazing. So how do you pick your music and costumes and themes? Because that's like a thing all by itself. I mean, there's the dancing part, the mechanics of it, but then there's also the wardrobe thing that you've just killed. It's just, how do you do that?
I don't know. It just kind of clicks. I'm very creative when it comes into the dance aspect of it. We tend to partner up with other dance companies that offer dance costumes, or they can be customized or made to your style. So I kind of just browse through the book at first, and then when I find a song that I really like, I kind of look for a costume that'll fit the theme of the song.
Yeah.
Because it's a difference between just dancing it, but telling a story is a completely different thing. And
I've seen some dance recitals where they put a little makeup on the girls, and it's no big deal. But these, if you have 5 or 6 songs, every song's got a different outfit.
And sometimes hairstyle too.
Well, I can't imagine what's going on backstage because it moves. There's not a lot of dead time between them.
Yeah, no, it's chaos, but it's a neat chaos.
Yes.
We've grown to learn. We've made some mistakes. We've learned from them, and now it's kind of like a routine, like a dance routine. What costume goes next, what hairstyle goes next. As you notice, the red lipstick is very competitive. Sometimes we have to like scrub it off really hard to jump into the next costume. It's a lot, but it's fun. They all kind of get the hang of it now, and I try to make it as easy as possible for the moms. Like, you know, set hair, makeup the same for everything. But like this season, we have a costume that zips up all the way to the top, almost of the neck. So if you wear a ponytail, it gets stuck to the hair.
Yeah.
So we have to put in a bun and then switch it back. And then,
Oh my gosh. Okay, a lot more work.
Yeah.
But so how do you balance the roles of a choreographer? Because your daughter made it very clear that you she stole the show at the last recital they had, where she grabbed the mic out of your hand and made sure everyone knew that her mom did all this choreography and picking the outfits and all this kind of stuff. So how do you balance that? I mean, you have a life, sort of, and you have to deal with Ivan and 2 of your own kids and things like that. What's your special sauce?
It just comes natural. I mean, when you've been dancing for so long, and there's so many creative things about it. You know, you don't just now the dance language has grown a lot, so you don't just have to stick to like ballet. And you can move on to many other things. And choreographing, I always do it on the spot.
Really?
Like
so you just kinda make
I
it up
never, and I surprise myself because I'm like, I have had people ask me, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Like how do you come up with 16, 22 dances? I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of listen to the song and look at my dancers and see what they're capable of doing. I try not to push them too much and put those steps into what the music would be. So I don't really have an idea. I just always come up on the spot, and it somehow fits.
And I know how hard it is. I can personally say I know how hard it is because last time we were together, I had a tutu on. It was a lot of fun, but I don't want to do that again. So when does the fall enrollment start? I guess you run in half years, or is it 3/4? How does your season run?
Our fall season starts in August, and people can start signing up their kids for dance at the end of June. We'll put it out on our website, on Facebook, and then share it and stuff, so you can enroll there. And it goes kind of like in 2 semesters, kind of like school calendar. We go based off of it.
Okay.
So we start in August, and then in December we do a little showcase for parents so they can see what their kids have learned.
Yes.
And then January through May is when we get ready for our big dance show.
Yep. And that's the one you have at the auditorium
Yes.
here, in between the competitive stuff.
Well, the competitive is a little different. Competitive, we never stop.
Oh, really? So that's always going.
That's always going.
And you have a core team
Yes.
of those. They're not ones that rotate in and out too much.
No, they kind of stick. I try to stick them all together, which now we have 3 teams.
Really?
Yes. Don't ask why.
Well, how does that work? Is it by the type of dance, or is it by age, or how do you
So
set-
in dance, they go by age divisions, and they start with their minis, petite, juniors, and then teens and seniors. The main big group we have right now are juniors. They're in the junior division. And last season, it was kind of like, I just kept seeing petite dancers and mini dancers, and I was like, should we? And we did. So now we have a full 7 dancers in the mini team.
Wow.
And it'll be their first season. So let's see how that goes. But in competitive, we don't really get a break. We probably get, like, just now we had 1 week off. And then we're back to it because in a few days we leave for nationals. And then when we come back, we
Wait a
start
minute, nationals, like nationals.
Yes, like dance.
Wow, like
world
on
nationals.
those movies. What are the movies about the dancing thing, the competitive dance? There's a whole bunch of
There's
a whole series
Yeah.
of those anyway, Dance Off or something, and wow.
Yeah.
And now you did this, I guess earlier this year or last year, you went to Las Vegas.
Yes.
That was pretty amazing.
Last year we went for Nationals in Vegas.
And where's Nationals this year?
It's in Galveston.
Oh, that's a lot closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little closer.
Yeah. A little less stressful, maybe. Well, good. So, did I leave out anything that you want to touch on, or I think what we need to let people to know now is keep an eye on All About Hennessey and the RedLevé Dance Studio Facebook pages, because they're a regular advertiser on All About Hennessey. And if you have a child, boy or girl, that wants to sign up for dance, the fall enrollment is starting here soon.
Yes.
And you can always keep track of their calendar on what is it?
RedLevé Dance.
RedLevéDance.com.
Yes.
Is that right? Is
Is
that right,
it?
Ivan? It's not right at all. Okay, Ivan is going to put it on the screen so we get it right. So pay no attention to what
I'm
what
the
we're saying.
creative side. He
Yeah, she
manages
does the
everything
dancing
else.
part, and Ivan does the rest of it. But well, Sadye, I'm so proud of what you've done. Not only you've built this amazing building, but you've got this business that is growing, and that's amazing to see. Because I remember you had just finished the building when we connected, and it was like you had just a few kids, and it just kept growing and growing, and now it's like serious business.
And we're all in now.
I love it. I love her enthusiasm and her energy, and you make me feel old.
No.
But Sadye, thank you so much for coming in today, and stay tuned.